Thank you very much, Presiding Officer. Can I also congratulate Rachel Hamilton for tonight's debate and the excellent work she's done both locally and nationally on the potential bill that we could hopefully see passed through this Parliament. Could I also refer members to my declaration of interest? My wife is a police sergeant with Police Scotland, and I say that because I will be mentioning policing, as Tim Eagle did. One of the issues we have in more remote and rural areas is the availability of police resources, and Christine Graham was right to outline what people should do when they see a crime, either phoning 101 or 999. But it reminded me of something I was told just a couple of weeks ago. I was at a family funeral up in Argyll, and someone had witnessed a theft out in a forestry, very remote area, but the theft was currently ongoing. So they phoned the police. Now, this is up in the Highlands, but the nearest available unit was up in Wick. So they were going to be well over an hour away before they got to this situation. And that is a problem that criminals are taking advantage of, that they know the response from police will very often be quite slow, if they even come at all, because their resources are very stretched. I think it's also right to mention, Tim Eagle highlighted the cost of machinery, and that is something that farmers know very well. But again, Christine Graham was right to speak about the cost of livestock. Some of the livestock on our crofts and farms across Scotland are extremely high value. If we speak about tups that we see being sold at the sales, some cattle, even sheepdogs, and we've seen sheepdog thefts across Scotland. These are highly trained dogs. A lot has been invested in them, and they are also being stolen as well as machinery. In preparation for... I'll happily take an intervention.
It's really an intervention, a comment on the theft of sheep, because it's happened in a farm in my constituency where it was obviously a shepherd that had stolen the sheep and taken them down the old Drovers Road because it was in the middle of nowhere, and the farmer didn't find that out till months later because it was the time of the year that he'd lost so many sheep.
Douglas Ross.
And it's very difficult. Those of you who watch, as I do, this farming life and such like, I mean, these sheep are often in thousands of acres of hill, and it can only be at one point of the year that you recognise there has been a theft, and then it's too late to get evidence to prosecute someone. And it's sad as well, but it is a reality that some of these thefts, and they are a minority, are perpetrated by fellow farmers, and that's something that we have to accept and hopefully see minimised and ultimately eradicated. But I was saying that I spoke with my local Chief Inspector, Mike Mackenzie, who's Chief Inspector for Murray, based out of Elgin, about rural crime in our area of my Highlands and Islands region. And he gave me a good overview of what's happening at the moment. He spoke about the North East Partners Against Rural Crime Group. Now, this is a group that is chaired by Police Scotland, and it just so happens that Chief Inspector Mike Mackenzie is the chair at the moment, but it brings in a lot of other bodies, such as the National Farmers Union, Scottish Water, Scottish Land and Estates, local authorities, to name just a few. And they are working together to support rural communities through both prevention and education. And I think that's really important, that they do educate what the resources they have available to support and protect farmers from theft, and to encourage farmers to take this up. He spoke about a group in Banff who spoke to the NFU group in Banff about economic crime and fraud against farmers. So farmers are getting more information from them. And he also told me about the campaigns that are being promoted at the moment. One which will be promoted at the Royal Spring Show shortly is the Police Stop Me campaign. And this will be vehicles that have the sign saying "Please Stop Me," that encourages police to stop these vehicles in certain hours of the day when you wouldn't naturally expect them to be doing farming activities, and it may be that they are currently at that time being driven by someone who's stolen them. So these campaigns, I think, are very useful, very important, and Chief Inspector Mackenzie offered me the opportunity to meet with our rural crime reduction team in Murray to hear further about their plans, and that's certainly something, after tonight's debate and the work that Rachel Hamilton has done, I will be taking forward, and I hope to hear from the Minister tonight positive comments about what we can do to tackle this issue, one of which is to support the proposals from Rachel Hamilton. Thank you.